The watches that are shown in this video and or any watch that I review on this channel are not counterfeit. I do not and will not ever knowingly review any counterfeit watches on my channel. YouTube policy defines counterfeit items as follows. Counterfeit goods contain a trademark or logo that is identical to or substantially indistinguishable from the trademark of another. And YouTube also defines further that they mimic the brand features of the product in an attempt to pass themselves off as a genuine product of the brand owner. None of the items I review on this channel meet either one of these requirements. I do not review items that are identical in any way to any brand or that attempt to pass themselves off as a genuine product of the brand owner. These items are all purchased legally and are publicly available to anyone to purchase themselves. To the best of my knowledge, all of the watches that I review are made by companies that have done their research to make sure that the items they sell are legal. I do not produce these items, I only review them. Once again, the watches you see in this video and any watch you see on this channel reviewed by me is not and are not counterfeit items as defined by YouTube policy.
Hey guys, Dave the Watchman here, coming at you with another watch review video. And actually I have a comparison video today between two watches that I just received recently. And I did do an unboxing on these watches and I said that I was going to do a comparison on them. So as promised, this is that video. So before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you so much to all my current subscribers. You guys are awesome. You guys are making this world go round for me. You're making this channel grow in leaps and bounds that I could have never expected when I started it just over 3 months ago. I'm over 520 subscribers right now, and I could not be happier about that. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And if you are new to the channel, I am Dave the Watchman. I review budget-friendly watches for the everyman because I don't believe that you should have to spend a fortune to look like you have a fortune. And if you like that, please make sure you do give that thumbs up, like, and subscribe, especially if you want to see more watches and watch review videos, because that's what I do here on Dave the Watchman and themselves.To. So if you want any of these watches for your watch collection and you want a watch collection that doesn't break the bank, head on over to themselves.To and you can click on those affiliate links and purchase any of these watches for your collection as well. If you have any questions about any of these watches that I review here, please put them in the description in the comment section below, and I will answer questions about any of these watches. And if there's any of these watches that you see that you might be interested in, just drop a question in the comment section below and I'll let you know which watch it is, and I'll even send you an affiliate link so you guys can head on over and pick that up. Those are affiliate links, so I do get $1 or $2 out of each sale. It doesn't cost you anything extra to do it, but it does send $1 or $2 as a commission over to me for pointing you in that direction, and I do appreciate that very much. So with that said, I'm going to get into the comparison video that I have for you today, and it is two watches that I just received yesterday, and I like them both. I like them both actually very much. There are some concerns with this Timex, but overall I do love the way both of these watches look. The Timex has a more of a reflective metallic look to the dial. It has a magnified date window. The Casio does not have the magnification on the date window, but the watch dial itself is more of a satin, like a black satin look to it, as opposed to a metallic aqua. I do love the aqua watches. So basically these are kind of almost reversed in a way, where this one has the aqua dial and the black satin bezel. This one has the aqua bezel and the black satin dial. Otherwise, they're both very similar, with that dive style look. The Casio Duro does have an extra 100 meters of water resistant. This one is 100 meter water resistant. This one is 200 water resistant. The problem with that, I think overall you get better spec on the Casio for a lot less money. I will post a link to both of these, an affiliate link to both of these in the description below, so you can pick these up for your collection, or if you just like this style watch. But just so you know, you get an extra 100 meters of water resistant with the Casio for half the price of the Timex. The Timex is roughly around $100 for this watch, and the Casio Duro is around $50. So you actually, I think you get a better watch for a lot less money if you go with the Casio Duro. But honestly, I mean, it's hard to pick one over the other. I think they're both beautiful watches. honestly, they're both beautiful watches and they both look excellent on my wrist. I really do like both of them. The only thing that kills me on this Timex watch, and I don't know if this is a big deal for you guys, it is kind of a big deal for me, but maybe it's just my own preference, but the bezel on this thing is really, really hard to turn. So if you do get this, just be aware of the fact that this bezel is very, very hard to turn on these Timex. I don't know if it's just something that needs to be worked through, but honestly, it leaves an indent in your finger when you try to turn this bezel. And when you try to, when you're looking at the CASIO Duro, I mean, it's much easier to turn. It's a really nice feel to the turn. And if you turn them on their side, you can kind of see why. I mean, the bezel on the Casio is a lot higher with a better knurl on it and just a better grip to it. The Timex is very hard to turn, especially with one hand. I mean, you can turn the bezel with the Casio, but it's like, I mean, it's really hard to turn, guys. You really need to put some pressure on that to turn it, but on the Casio, very nice. I do like them both though, as far as style is concerned. If that were not the case, this would be a really, really nice watch. I mean, I would like it. I do like them both. I'm going to be honest with you. I do like them both. I think they both look great. It's just if you're one of those people that kind of likes to play around with the dial every once in a while, you're going to have to really put some pressure into it if you want to move that bezel. Other than that, if you want to just throw it on your arm, it's a great looking watch. It's got that really, really nice reflective green look to it. It's a very, very beautiful watch. They're both beautiful. They're both nice watches. I'm going to have to say, in my opinion, though, based on functionality and price, I would go with the Casio. It's $50 less. It's got 200 meters of water resistance as opposed to 100 on the Timex. And it has a much nicer, smoother bezel rotation on it than the Timex does. Now, based on style and look, I kind of almost think the Timex beats out the Casio in looks. So if this watch looked like this one, then this would be the winner. If this watch worked like this one, then this one would be the... So honestly, they both have their own attributes that make them very, very nice. They both have a silicone resin band. I think honestly, I can't even decide between the two. I think they're both nice in their own right. They're not the same, but they both have really nice silicone bands. So like I said, I will be posting a link to both of these in the description below, so you guys can decide whether or not you want one or the other, or both, like I did. I got them both. And I do love them both. They're both great watches, but like I said, be prepared to have to press really, really hard to turn the bezel on the Timex, and you'll get a much more satisfying rotation on the bezel when you get the Casio. Either way, great watches. This one's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of $50, and this one's twice the price at around $100, which are still good prices for both of these watches, don't get me wrong. So I will post a link to these in the description below. If you have any other questions about this watch, these watches, or any of the other watches that I have here, please leave those in the comment section below, and I will respond to comments. So that being said, I am Dave the Watchman. I review budget-friendly watches for the everyman, because I don't believe that you should have to spend a fortune to look like you have a fortune. And if you like that, please make sure you do give that thumbs up, like, and subscribe, especially if you want to see more watches and watch review videos, because I am Dave the Watchman, and that's what I do here. So head on over to davethewatchman.com, check out some of the reviews that I've done, and maybe you can pick yourself up a couple of watches and start a collection. And you won't have to sell your car in order to do it, because I only review budget-friendly watches here on my channel. So until next time, I am Dave the Watchman, and I will see you in the next watch review video. You guys have a great week.